Hello, Miss Banks. This video is for you, specifically for you and everyone else out there who's interested in purchasing a home. On yesterday, I read your comment and you asked if I would make a video about home buying. So today today is Monday, and I am meeting with my first client for the year who is looking to purchase a 3-bedroom home, 2 baths. Now, this is her first time becoming a homeowner. And so you asked the question, what is the first step to buying a home? The first step is having courage to ask that question. That's the first step. So you want to find a realtor. You don't necessarily have to have a realtor, but I would suggest that you have a realtor because you want the best representation that you can have out there. You want a realtor that's going to work with you, that has the time and willing to put the time in if you're not credit worthy. So you want to find you a great realtor. Once you connect with a realtor is going to link you up with some suggested lenders, unless you have one. Now, the lenders are going to determine if your credit is worthy, your debt to income ratio, and how much home you can afford. Once you know what your credit is, then you can move forward. Now, there are some companies out there, guys. Let me say this: there are some builders out there who will contract you at a 580. Now, with that being said, that means they have a lender who will be willing to work with you with a 580 credit score. Me personally, what I do is, because I like to, like I said in my last video, I like to work with people who don't believe that they're capable of becoming a homeowner. So with that being said, I go out and I find the resources. There are resources out there. I go out and find the lenders who are willing to put the time in and work with people, whether it's 1 month, 2 months, 12 months, until they're ready to purchase a home. So you have resources out there that such as down payment assistance programs. You have resources out there as far as lenders who are willing to work with you at a 580 credit score. Normally, the standard credit score is to qualify for home credit rise is a 620. Now, most of the time you need a 620 for a conventional loan, but also for FHA loan, depending on some variables that you have to take in consideration. So when you're buying a home, first you want to look at credit, guys. Credit is number one. There's a combination of things: credit, debt to income ratio. That means, does your monthly income exceed your bills, your monthly bills, or do vice versa? Do your monthly bills exceed your monthly income? So step number one, find your realtor. Step number two, apply for a loan. Step number three, if you're credit worthy, is going to be find your home. Now, this is the part that most clients enjoy doing, which is finding a home. That's the best part of the whole process. Now, I just want to let you guys know, buying a home can be very, very stressful. Very stressful. The lender is going to ask for documents over and over again. They're going to, you're just going to feel like you're drowning at this point. And it is your realtor's responsibility to keep you grounded, to let you know, hey, it's okay. This process is gonna go through. It's gonna work. They're there to encourage you, to keep you grounded, to let you know, hey, I'm here with you every step of the way. That's why I think that it's best to have a real estate agent. But if you're somebody who wants to do it on your own, you can do that as well. Most people want to buy either a new home or they want to buy an established home. What I mean by established home, a home that's been built previous before the year that you are buying. So that's what I mean by established home. An inventory home is a new built home that has been completed and it's ready to go for it's turnkey ready. So most people like to buy new homes. With a new home, when you're building from the ground up, you have the option to put your custom touch on it, and that's why a lot of people like to build. And then another thing is about building. The disadvantage of building is everything that you're looking for in a home is pretty much already in an inventory home. The inventory homes pretty much come with all the upgrades and everything that you're looking for. But if you're willing to or wanting to do something additional, like if it doesn't offer hardwood flooring and it has tile and you want to do hardwood flooring, that's something you would something you would consider as an upgrade. So yeah, if you have questions, guys, about home buying, please just email me and let me know, and I'm more than happy to let you know or walk you through the step. Now, I believe you were in another state. Your state laws are going to be different, so as far as for a realtor, but the home buying process is pretty much the same. The only thing that may be different is the property taxes or the interest rates or something like that. I'm not sure what the market is where you are living, Ms. Banks, but you want to get with a realtor. I suggest get with a realtor, find out where you are credit-wise. A lot of people are so afraid of taking that first step or want to buy a home, but yet they think they have obstacles. Oh, I don't make enough money. Oh, my credit is not good. How do you know? Have you taken the step to find out? I mean, don't let an obstacle be an obstacle. It's only an obstacle if you allow it to be an obstacle. If your credit is an issue, pour your credit. Guys, a lot of people go out to these companies and they pay these companies to repair their credit. But sometimes it's a situation where you can actually repair your own credit. Like collections. If you have items in collections, dispute them. The items that didn't dispute and didn't fall off, then go and settle the items. If it's $1,000, sell it for $250 if you can. If it's been on there for like 4 years, they rather have some money rather than no money. I promise you. And then a lot of these collection companies are just selling the account to different collection companies, and that's why it's renewing on your account. You're probably looking at it as like, okay, I didn't open this account in 2016. This was back in 2012. Why is this on my account? That's the reason why, because they're selling these accounts to different people and making it as if it's a new account, renewing on your credit. So you want to look at things like that. You want to look at items that's been on there 7 years, because those should be coming out. Those are the items you want to start with targeting first as far as disputing. You want to look at credit cards. Your utilization for credit cards should be no more than 30%. If you have one credit card and it's at 40%, you're 10% over your utilization. If you have 3 credit cards and all of them are at 40% or at whatever the balance are, in a combination, you don't want to be over 30% for those 3 cards, period, of utilization. Because what happens is it lowers your credit, okay? So when you're buying a home, they take in consideration your debt to income ratio. So if you have a credit card and you're paying a $25 payment on it, or whether it's a $100 or $300 payment on it, they have to take in consideration you have credit cards, 3 credit cards that you're making payments on. You add up those payments. You have a car note that you're paying on. They take that car note into consideration, and then they take any other reported monthly bills that you have in consideration, such as student loans. If you co-sign for somebody else for a vehicle, they take that in consideration. They're not looking at things like your bills, your light bill, your gas bill, and things like that. They're not looking at that. They're just looking at things that are reported to the credit bureau. And so they add those up, and once they add those up, that's how they come up with your debt to income ratio. Now, of course, you want your income to exceed your debt to income ratio, because then you're looking good. Because a lot of these lenders, they want you to be at either 43% of your debt to income ratio, 55. It just depends on the lending company that you're working with. So all those variables are taken into consideration. And then on collections, you want to lower those, because if it's outside of medical bills aren't a really big issue, guys. But if you want to, yes, you want to target those as well. But they're not keying on medical bills. They're looking at things like an apartment. Let's just say you didn't break your lease, but you had a balance of some property that was damaged, and that's on your credit report for $900. And then you have you rented some furniture some time ago, and so that's on there for like $2,000. So those are the things they take in consideration. So you're owing somebody at this point, so they have to take a percentage of that into consideration towards your debt to income ratio. So if you have things like that on your credit report, you want to go ahead and settle those accounts. You want to give the company a call, see what they're selling it for. They may say, okay, we want to settle this balance. You have a $2,000 balance, we're willing to settle it for $200. That's nothing, guys, compared to $2,000 is what you really owe, right? So you have to look at it like that. So just to, try to recap on everything, you want to first find a realtor. I suggest you find a realtor. If not, the next step would still be get with the lender, see where you are, if you're credit worthy. Once the lender lets you know, okay, this is what you need, sit with a lender who is a processor, a processor that works with the lender, who is willing to take that time out with you to say, hey, okay, I'm coming in your office. I need you to tell me what I need to do. What is it going to take for me to purchase a home this year? And they're going to say, okay, this needs to be done, this needs to be done, this needs to be done, this needs to be done. That's one of the things you need to look at. Me personally, I like to put plans of actions together for my clients, and that's something that I always encourage them to follow by, you know, just to give them some guidelines if, you know, they have no direction to go in. But a lender will be the best person to let you know what you need to do. Me personally, I have a credit repair guy that I work with, a company, I believe he's based out of San Antonio, and he's amazing. He assists me with 5 of my clients on last year, as far as getting them where they need to be for as far as credit wise. But find out which lenders are out there who are willing to work with you at a 580 credit score. Sometimes you will need to have money down, which is always going to be 3.5% of what the cost of the home is. If the home is 180, you're looking at approximately, guys, I'm just throwing numbers out there, around $6,300. Okay. You want to look at, when you're going to look at these homes, you want to look at the area as far as what are the property taxes in the area, because these property taxes is going to be part of your mortgage. So you want to look at property taxes. You don't want to just like go out and look at the house like, oh, I want this house, and then you find out that the property taxes for the home is something more than you're willing to pay annually. As far as the property taxes, you want to look at the HOA. How much is the HOA, which is also annually? Are you willing to pay a $2,000 annual? Annual HOA fee. Things like that you want to take in consideration. So I'm talking really fast, guys. I talk really fast, and that's why a lot of time my words run together, and I'm saying 2 words in one sentence or one phrase, and so y'all have to forgive me. But there's a lot, but yet there's not a lot to the point where it's so overwhelming that you guys can't get out there and make it happen. If your vision board states that you want to buy a home in 2018, make it happen. Get with a realtor. Even if you don't believe you are ready, get with a realtor who is willing to work with you. If you are in the Houston surrounding areas, as far as Katy, Sugar Land, Richmond, Houston on the north side, guess what? I'm here and I'm ready to assist you. So guys, the community I'm going to today is going to be Imperial Chase. It's Angela Homes, and they are a great company. They're a great builder. They have their own financing company. And so guys, if you're interested, please start your process, whether it's with me or another realtor or whomever. I just wish you guys the best of luck. I hope that this video was informative to those who are looking to purchase a home. And so I'm excited. Yeah, guys, I'm going to work with, she'll actually be contracting today. My first client for the year will be contracting today. And so I'm looking to help more people become homeowners. And not only am I the type of realtor who looks to help people, I educate my clients. You want to be educated, guys. You want to be educated on this whole process. You want to know what it takes. So make sure whoever you're working with is educating you, you know, as far as this whole process. Make sure they're with you every step of the way. I take calls from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. So today was a success. My client ended up contracting on a home. They chose a 4-bedroom home instead of a 3-bedroom. Thing I wanted to mention was classes, guys. If you're a first-time home buyer, there are some classes out there that they offer, like on weekends, that are free to you. Check your local community places and see if they offer new home buyer classes to first-time home buyers. Now, guys, if you haven't purchased a home, if you had a home before and it's been 3 years since you've had that home, like purchased a home, like if you had a home, lost a home, and then you wanted to buy another home, if it's been 3 years, you are still considered a new home, a new buyer. So look into those courses and see if they're going to be beneficial to you. They'll let you know about the down payment assisted programs and things like that and how it works. So please check those out. But guys, as always, thank you for watching, and I am out, guys.